Hello guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid podcast. Today I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on last weekend's victory against Atletico Madrid. It was a 4-2 victory. I'm going to give you some of my thoughts on the winter transfer window. Do I think if we did well? And I'm also going to be looking ahead into the season, seeing what impact these signings can do. And I'm also going to be touching on the Belisay situation. I just want to briefly talk about that. And lastly, talk about the Spotify deal that Barca is set to sign. So getting right to it, last weekend's game on Sunday, we played Atletico Madrid. We won 4-2 at home. This was by far, in my opinion, Xavi's best performance. This was Barca's best performance under Xavi. It was solid, good performance. We started out losing in the 8th minute from a goal from Yannick Carrasco. Jordi Alba, they attacked Jordi Alba's left flank. Luis Suarez, a good through ball, and Yannick Carrasco, low finish across the keeper. Thought that could have been defended way better, and I think Ter Stegen should have done better, but it was a good goal by Atletico Madrid, and then later, to tie the game 2 minutes later, Jordi Alba, fantastic finish, fantastic volley, levels us, and then from there on, it's all Barca. It's all Barca. Barcelona dominate the game. You have Adama Traore on the right wing, causing havoc for Hermoso. And it was a really good performance. I really like seeing Barcelona play that way, because so far this season, this was the most entertaining match that I've seen. Because watching Barcelona this season has been awful. Defeats, losses against Bayern, against Benfica, against Real Madrid. All these teams just causes havoc. And it was nice for us finally, in like over a year, to win against a top team. It was really refreshing. We also saw a great performance from Dani Alves. Dani Alves with a goal and with an assist. The assist to Jordi Alba. What an amazing pair of fullbacks we have. But Dani Alves showing his experience and his talent. Still at 38, he's still one of the world's best. And you saw that. He later then got a red card, and we went down to 10 men. I thought we played solid in that time. You saw the team play well. I would really commend Fernando Torres in that situation, because a player of his age at 21, sometimes you can get carried away. Sometimes when you go down to 10 men, you can lose the ball in easy situations, but he gets cool. You saw him waste time in the appropriate situations, drag the ball, hold it up. A really impressive performance, even though he didn't get on the score sheet. But Adama Traore was by far, in my opinion, the best player on the pitch. You saw how a direct winger really helped us. So direct, opening, stretching the pitch, and you saw that by the second goal from Gavi. Gavi also put a very good performance. Adama Traore went past Mario Hermoso, put a good cross in, and Gavi was there to header it. And it was a really good goal. And this victory was against Atletico Madrid is vital. It puts us into fourth place with a game in hand. And we would need to play Real Betis and Sevilla and to catch up, and it was a really good performance. I really liked it. We later saw a Aubameyang cameo. It was a difficult moment to cameo in. You have 25 minutes left in the game, and you're down to 10 men. It's really hard, but it's very exciting. Well, do I think that Barcelona's winter transfer window was successful? I believe so. You saw four new additions: Dani Alves, Adama Traore, Fernan Torres, and Aubameyang. Each of these players, you can say, oh, why would Barcelona need them, etc. They're rejects in their own clubs. Dani Alves is 38. Fernan Torres, he doesn't play under the Man City. Adama Traore, he's not Barca level. Aubameyang, he's been benched in Arsenal. But you saw in yesterday's game the quality that these players have. They still have it. And each of them, I think, is going to play a vital role in Xavi's team. You saw how Adama, a direct winger, something that Ousmane Dembele was supposed to be, and how much he impacted the game and how much he brought in and helped us. You saw Aubameyang's pace briefly for a moment as he was almost caught a ball, a lofted ball from the midfield. Fernan Torres, you saw his running, his amazing discipline, which he learned under Pep Guardiola and Enrique. And clearly, Dani Alves is Dani Alves. So for this season, I think it's really exciting for what these seasons, what these players are going to help us. And we need all the help we can get. You know, we're in a fight to finish top four. It's very sad to hear that, because Barcelona is supposed to compete for every title, win everything, but we just haven't been there. We haven't been there for many years. Barcelona now are out of the Champions League. They're into the Europa. We're super behind Real Madrid in the Liga. We're out of the Copa del Rey. We lost the Supercopa. And so the only really title that we can fight for is the Europa League, and it's basically the Europa League. That's it. We don't have anything else. So Xavi decided to also not register Dani Alves for the Europa League. He's gonna save him for La Liga, as the goal is to finish top four, because it's super crucial to finish top four, not because of like the status, but also like financial benefit. It's going to be huge financial losses for us if we don't get to the Champions League, and that's a really important part. Regarding Ousmane Dembele, you know, he was brought back into this game. He didn't play. You saw at the start of the game when the players were warming up and the names of the squad were being announced. You heard Ousmane Dembele's name being whistled and booed, and I think that's the appropriate response. Dembele has been at Barca for 5 years, from the 2017-2018 season, and he's giving us none in return. We've been paying over 200 million. He earns around 200k, 200,000 euros a week, and for very minimal on the pitch. His most iconic moment in the Barca shirt was that miss against Liverpool in the semis. That's his more iconic moment. And also the majority of 50% of the games that he's played, he's missed 50% of the entire time that he's been at the Barca. He's been injured, and it's been a colossal failure of a transfer. I would say along Coutinho and Griezmann signings, just remnants of Bartomeu's era, and how terribly managed this club was. And now he's demanding a raise. Barcelona and Ousmane Dembele have cut negotiations. He wasn't able to leave in the transfer window. There were clubs interested in him, such as PSG and Chelsea, but these clubs were not willing to meet Ousmane Dembele's demands. And on top of that, Ousmane Dembele is going to be free in the summer. If these clubs actually really want Dembele, they're going to get him in the summer for free. But then you would have to. Dembele is also going to have big signing bonuses for himself, and his agent. So that's something that the clubs are going to keep in mind. I don't see I don't see Ousmane Dembele playing again for Barca unless we really need him. Because what I think we should do is we should prioritize the players that I want to commit, that want to stay in this team. And that's what I think Xavi's going to do. Xavi didn't send Ousmane Dembele to warm up, didn't do anything. And this is where we saw some conflict between Xavi and Laporta. Laporta wants Dembele to be sent to the stands. Xavi wants to keep him in the squad, just in case if he needs him. And I'm torn 50-50 here, because I see both sides of the argument. You can send Ousmane Dembele to the stands, show that the club, that the badge, you cannot disrespect the club in such a manner. But then I also see the other side of the situation where, like, we're paying him enormous amounts of money. We should use him. We're in a fight for the top 4. We need him. So I'm really torn between the two. But then again, we have to put the club ahead of anything. The club is what matters, and making sure that we get top 4 is essential. So yeah, that's my thoughts briefly on the Dembele situation. I think that Almani and Laporta have done a tremendous job in the winter transfer window. They've helped strengthen the squad up front in the areas that we needed. Barcelona, throughout the entire first half of the season, we've been struggling to score in front of goal. We've had Luke de Jong, Memphis Depay. It's been really awful up front. We've created so many chances and no end product. What I would have liked to see is more defensive reinforcements. But once again, I think that Barcelona tried their best. It's really hard to find top quality defenders, since clubs are really reluctant to do so, to release them in the winter transfer window. So I think that's one of our main priorities for the summer. It's to reinforce our defense, because that's one of the areas that we've been lacking tremendously. And I'm excited for this season, the second half of the season, because this is where we see Xavi truly implement his work. Because during the first half of the season, Xavi wasn't there, and then when Xavi came in, most of the squad was injured, COVID, or suspended. So having Xavi have like a full squad and having time to work with the team is really exciting, and we're seeing the results. We're currently in 4th place with a game in hand, but we should aim to climb, and hopefully if we go on a winning streak, put some pressure on Real Madrid and Sevilla. Let them know that, hey, you may think that the title is won, but not so fast. And that's all one of our aims. And regarding next summer's transfer window, I think Laporta and Almani have done a tremendous job in selling players and removing high wage players, clearing the wage bill for this summer to have a big summer, with a potential Erling Haaland being a record signing, with the money recuperated from Coutinho, from Griezmann, and from Trincao, plus a couple of players are going to be sold. I think it's a really exciting time. And right now, our next game after Atletico Madrid against the Catalan derby against Espanyol, that's going to be a really tough game away from home. We're going to see it. I'm really excited to see what this team is going to do. Barcelona is currently undefeated in the last 5 games in La Liga. We're going to see if that streak continues. Espanyol are never easy, especially away, and it's a really difficult pitch to play in. But I have faith in this team, and I'm very excited to see what's coming up. So this was basically my thoughts on the game, the Dembele situation, our transfer window. I'm really excited for what's gonna come. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you like the video, leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.